Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having an amazing day. Guys, we have some news for the upcoming weekend. This Friday, January the 30th, we're planning to launch two events simultaneously. We're planning to launch a 2x event to summon epic legendary champions from ancient shards. And also, we're planning to launch a 10x event to summon Edward Kenway from ancient shards. Please note that the duration of the 10x event will be 1 day shorter than the duration of the 2x event. All right. So 2x Ancients is confirmed, and this is actually pretty good because there's something unusual coming up this weekend as well. Let's take a look at the Plarium Play event calendar. Some of you guys maybe already noticed. So as you can see here, we will have another Champ Chase tournament this weekend, which is very unusual because normally the schedule goes Summon Rush on one weekend and the next weekend Champ Chase, then Summon Rush again, and then Champ Chase and so on. We didn't have a Summon Rush or a Champ Chase back to back in I don't know how many years. I don't know when the last time was. I mean, we recently had two Summon Rushes back to back, but one of them was during the week, but never on the weekends. So that's kind of a weird thing, and maybe this will throw other things off. Maybe we won't have Prism summons anymore during Champ Chase tournaments. I don't know what it's going to be, but this is very unusual and not expected. Most players actually expected a Summon Rush coming up for this weekend, but we're going to have a Champ Chase tournament paired with a 2x event for Ancient Shards. And that's pretty good if you look at the point value, because you get 350 points for epics, and that's a lot for ancient shards, right? And you will get a lot of epics on 2x events. Also legendaries, right? Maybe. Anyway, you can get 200 points in this Champ Chase tournament, 200 Eagle points for the Titan event for Cassandra's Soul, alongside other goodies. You can see a mythical skill tome here, and I don't know what's going to be on the leaderboard. Maybe another, 75 relic mats, mythical relic mats, or whatever it's going to be. I'm not quite sure. Maybe there will be also something else tied to this Champion Chase tournament that we don't know yet. So yeah, we got to wait and see. Also, Plarium Play had a little update where you can now hit the bell on, some tournaments and events in the event calendar, and it will notify you once this event starts so you don't miss it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, let's take a look at the 10x champion. So it's gonna be Edward Kenway, which is a legendary champion from the Bannerlords, attack based, one of the assassins, and he's only available throughout this collaboration. After this collab ends, he will not be joining the summoning pool, so this time frame is the only time where you can get this guy, and I'm not quite sure if he's going to be guaranteed or not, but there's a high chance that he might be either a guaranteed from a deck of fate or a hero's path. That's definitely possible, but we don't know. So if you try to chase him with shards, I would definitely advise you not to do that, because most of the times it's easier to get him from guaranteed events. 10x events on shards is not really great, especially not on non-void shards. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, let's take a look at this kit. He has a pretty interesting A1 with a free hitter. Each hit has a 100% chance, if booked, of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. Each hit will decrease the target's turn meter by 25% instead if the attack is critical. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion is under Veil or Perfect Veil. So if you have Veil or Perfect Veil, you don't need to build him with accuracy here for this skill. And, 75% turn meter reduction is actually pretty good on an A1. So yeah, pretty interesting A2. You have 2 hits on an AoE attack. You have a buff steal, which cannot be resisted. Also, the debuffs cannot be resisted if he's under Veil, Perfect Veil. This can be cool, but seems more like a cheap magnet for arena. But for PvE stuff, this could be quite cool. I don't know. Maybe even for Sand Devil if you manage to get Veil on this guy somehow. But yeah, an unresistible sleep could be quite good for Sand Devil. I don't know how you want to get Veil on this guy though. Maybe with a relic or something. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's take a look at the A3, because that's more interesting, I think. And this is a single target attack. Before attacking, places a Perfect Veil. So he does actually provide Veil, but you gotta go first with this and then use this. I guess So before attacking, places a perfect veil buff on this champion as well as any other assassins on the team for 2 turns. Will ignore shield, stone skin and block damage buffs. Places a block revive debuff if the target is killed. This is a 3 turn cooldown if booked. And this is a very strong skill, okay? If this kills someone, and I think, you know, it can hit fairly hard, then, you know, there's no coming back, no revive, and we have a reviver heavy meta, and this is definitely a very strong skill. Even though it's just a single target attack, still a block revive that ignores all these buffs is very, very nice. Then he has this assassin passive, and each hit inflicted by this champion has a 50% chance of placing ensnare on the target for 2 turns. Whenever this champion kills an enemy, places a 100% ensnare debuff on all other enemies for 2 turns and decreases the turn meter by 20%. This champion inflicts 20% more damage against targets under ensnare debuffs. Yeah, there are not a lot of champions that can, you know, place ensnare. We have Pontiff, we have him. I don't know if there's another one, but this could be quite interesting for future content, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a boss that needs to be ensnared or whatever. Who knows what's coming next, and I will definitely try to get him. Hopefully he will be guaranteed in some way. Who knows? And yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, go crazy on my ancient shards for this event. And try to pull him. If I pull him, amazing. I can skip the guaranteed event, or maybe I'll get a copy so I can empower. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah, I would definitely not try to chase him through this 2x event, because, like I said, the chances that you pull him is, you know, relatively low. You only will have like a 1% chance to pull a legendary champion, and then a 10x chance that you get him. That's like lower than 5% if you hit a legendary. So yeah, the chances are very, very low. It's not guaranteed at all, and I would rather prefer to use my shards on a guaranteed event, or my resources in general, to get this champion. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a guaranteed event, like I said. But yeah, at the same time, on the Player in Play event calendar, there is this Champ Chase tournament, and you know, this is actually a good timing with a 2x ancient shards event. You will get a lot of points, a lot of value for your ancients if you are stacked up, but it's not super necessary to participate in this champion chase tournament unless you want to get the 5-star soul for Cassandra, which I want to do. So this is basically the second summoning event for this Titan event, okay? The first one was this past weekend, where I got the 200 points. We had a 2x Primal Shard event for that, and here we will have a 2x Ancient Shard event, and most likely there will be one more summoning event for this Titan event, okay? So one more summoning event after this. You can only skip a total amount of 250 points. That means at max one of these summoning events, and yeah, that's just how it is. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go for these 200 points, because getting them from a 2x Ancient Shard event is probably very easy for me personally. I do have, you know, tons of Ancient Shards, because the last time I opened mine was like, I don't know when, I have no idea, but I don't buy Ancient Shards and I don't buy Sacred Shards. Those are like the 2 shards that I don't buy. And you know, for me personally, for my account, I don't see a reason to. Maybe Unity Champions, but that's about it. And yeah, that's been pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm gonna do a little shot pull video on Friday. Let me know in the comments below if you are pulling for this guy or for the Champion Chase tournament at all. Like I said, this is not super necessary for you to participate in, but if you want to get Cassandra Soul, then I would advise you to go for it, at least the Eagle points. And yeah, otherwise just save your shards for other events that, you know, come with a guaranteed champion, or even the anniversary event that will start in March. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. It really goes a long way. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more raid content. The YouTube algorithm is going to suggest you a video that you might like right here, and see you in the next one.